it's unbecoming of a Prime Minister to, in a way, introduce his new ministers when they were recently appointed and they went to Kokopo. There could have been a better way to introduce the ministers. Instead of going down the path of saying, Nigirim checkbook lol, yang ploman na, all bagarabim or writing was some personal and lol na, mirausin na give him checkbook long all blasiniam man. I think he could have said it like I thank the former finance minister who's been faithfully, serving the government, helping me hold government together for the last 5 years. I know his contributions. I thank the people of Inchafen for electing him, and he was able to support me to form a government, hold together a government. And on that juncture, I wish him well, and at the same time, I appoint this leader to be the new finance minister. Now, when he said, Mipla Minister Solim checkbook, I'm former finance minister. I could say the same thing for him when he was finance minister. Molim checkbook 8 years or no, when Peter O'Neill was prime minister. 8 years Molim checkbook. That statement could simply apply to him as well, to say that Molim checkbook for 8 years. And members and ministers and everyone knows that we ministers don't hold the checkbook like in private Benukla. There are processes in place. There are systems in place. And we operate within the space of our budget. So for him to say that Miplolim checkbook was a personal something that Miplon was threatening good is unbecoming of a prime minister. And he should not have this emotional short outburst, knee-jerk reaction to statements that he's saying in most of his speeches. So, meeting him with Keramato. Thank you, former finance minister, helping me. Leadership bill, contribution bill, the government be noting. Now I'm making minister. Rise above the politics. He's just maybe so, and a bit politically so from me exiting government and exiting for the last 2 or 3 months. But he forgets that I was with him. Who I was, he's talking about who I am now. And he forgets who I was to him in 5 years. And most of the members in government, they know who I was to Prime Minister. My loyalty, my contribution, my commitment to him in the last 5 years is unquestionable, and I was loyal to him. Just because I have chosen to leave government, is feeling a bit sore to say that I've abused the checkbook. So, meeting Prime Minister can, introduce his new ministers with a form of, grace and rising above as a senior statesman. He holds the highest office in this country. Thank you, office, helping you for 5 years. Then you can introduce him as minister. You don't need to spoil the guy who stayed with you for 5 years just because he's left you for 5 months, and you want to introduce whoever who's capable of running any department. We're not saying it's wrong. It's your prerogative as Prime Minister to appoint.